Hello, everyone. How are you all today? Just going to give it a few more minutes until everything is going well. I hope 2022 has been amazing for you all. And I am live now. Hey, everyone. How is it going? I hope you all are doing great. And I'm so excited to be here with you all today. And as always, I'm here today with another very interesting topic. All this while we have been discussing about the divine feminine spiritual journey. So today we're actually going to discuss about the divine masculine spiritual journey. And the divine masculine spiritual journey is extremely intense as the divine feminine spiritual journey. You may always think that being rejected is painful. Actually, when a person rejects someone, it's actually more painful. Just going to give it another minute or so that all of you all can join me. In the meantime, I'm just going to talk about some housekeeping rules. Please read all the rules, and also please read everything on featured. There's always good information there and rules as to how to get a reading for all new members. A warm welcome to you all. Hi, Henry. Thank you for being the first one to comment, and thank you so much for staying up. I'm so happy that you did. It's so happy to see that so many of you all are actually getting something out of these lives, and this is what encourages me to think. And MJ and I actually sit through the whole week discussing what to bring for you all. So a big thank you to MJ for always being there. Hi Jackie, I'm good, thank you, and a happy 2022 to all of you. Okay, I think I'm going to start. Okay, so I'm going to first talk about the entire divine feminine and divine masculine journey. Okay, and we have discussed about the divine feminine journey for quite a while. The last couple of lives I've always touched on the divine fem, but we have never really gone into what the divine masculine feels. The divine masculine actually goes through hell and beyond. But of course you can never compare these individual journeys, because each soul has it slightly different. And actually divine masculines face challenges in a much denser level compared to the divine feminines, because the thing about divine feminines are that they tend to have a tribe, whereas divine masculines tend to rescind into their own cave and they stop talking to anybody. So I'm going to say hi to Sylvia. Hi, thank you. Hi, Mahin. Thank you. Oh, thanks for that. It's because of you all I'm always encouraged to do more lives. And hi, Nicole. So I will just keep talking. And if you guys have any questions, just write in a comment and I will address them as well. So, okay. So when the DM and the DF meets for the first time, there is fireworks, right? And each one of you all experience fireworks differently. For some it's a coming of home feeling. For some it's like you see different dimensions weaving into one another. So each experience is very different, but the common thing is it's a period of bliss, having that feeling of recognition. Okay, and all that is all lovely and sweet, but then the phase of separation comes. Hi MJ, so happy to see you. I was just telling everyone how much we both discussed the whole week to bring out the best topics of discussion, and I'm thanking you again for all your guidance and inspiration. So I'll continue. So during the phase of separation, divine feminines go through all that we had discussed in my previous lives, and divine masculines go through something a little bit more intense. I mean, I'm not going to compare each other's journey, but I'm just going to tell you what they go through actually, because you may think that, my DM rejects me and they have it easier. It's actually harder to reject someone you truly love. Hi Heather, good to see you. So it's very, very difficult to actually say no to someone when you love them so much. So the divine masculines actually have it harder because they are the ones who run. And being a runner is not easy because you're constantly in their mind. So what happens is during the phase of separation, divine masculines tend to have their divine feminines in their mind all the time. And just think about it. And the more you chase them, the more this amplifies and the more they enter into the phase of dark night of the soul because they just don't understand anything. You see, divine feminines are quick to get support, to Google, find out what this connection is about, but divine masculines don't do that. They sit and they just ponder what this is all about, and that is what triggers the running phase. So first thing what happens is they are extremely sad for pushing their divine feminine away, but that is also necessary because you see, after that fairy tale phase of recognizing one another, and usually it's the divine feminine who recognizes the divine masculine, and after that the divine masculines gets a taste of what true love is. They are in denial. To them, they have never experienced such love before. In fact, my DM told me that he has never experienced love like the love I give him, my family gives him. He's in shock. He thinks it's so good to be true that it could be fake. So this is what they go through, and that's the reason why you have to give them the space. All right, Regina, good night. Thanks for coming in, stopping by to say hello. Thank you so much for the love. Good night, and I'll talk to you soon. And hi, Amber. So good to see you as well. And Henry, I'll quickly read your comment. That is so true that they usually don't have a support system. Yes, DMs don't have a support systems, and that goes on because DMs do not talk about it with anyone, because they are in shock. And if they talk to their guy friends about this, they're going to laugh. They're going to laugh at him. They'll be like, why are you even talking about all this, because the 3D, okay, in 3D, love is simple, not simple, it's complicated, but not as complex as twin flame love. So example, if they were going to go and discuss this with their mates, and their mates are just going to say, you're crazy, are you like on drugs or something? So this is the reason why the divine masculine, they go into their caves. They go into their caves and they just, okay, the first stage is they ignore, they deny the feelings. So during this phase, if you keep thinking about them, they will keep feeling you, and it's actually pushing them further away from you. And that is the reason why when the separation phase starts, you should also kind of rescind, go into your own and stop thinking or stop wondering, because telepathy between twins are super profound. They can literally feel all that you're feeling. So if you're crying, thinking that they are not talking to you, they actually feel that and they push you away further. It's not that they don't want to console you, it's just that they're unable to, because they need the time to process these feelings. And that is why the hot and cold behavior comes in, because for a moment they want to go and console their twin flame, and then they just want to go and figure things out for themselves. And you see, the thing is, we as girls grow up with fairy tale notions of love, whereas boys are always taught to be brave, you do not cry, and they grow up with that kind of a mindset, and so it's very difficult. Hi Tammy, hello from Singapore. Thank you for the information. Yes, there's so much more and I'll be sharing. Happy New Year to you too. Hi Bharati. Yes, I was just talking about hot and cold, and you actually asked me that question, so that's amazing. So that's why the hot and cold comes in, because they actually feel you so much and they run, and at the same time they are compassionate as well, so they want to go and console you. But the phase is necessary for both the DF and DMs to grow spiritually. If that phase doesn't exist, you guys would just be trapped in a certain frequency where you will not be able to evolve. And the twin flame journey is about evolution of the soul. So that is the reason why it is so necessary to give each other the time and space and complete detachment. And that means not just not messaging them or not talking to them, but actually not thinking about them as well. Actually, that is the trick to union. And not thinking about them is the hardest, but only when you stop thinking about them, they will have the time to figure things out. Because when you stop thinking about them, they will go into this phase of shock, like, hey, I always have her in my mind, what's happening, why is she not talking to me, like what is going on? So this is when they will start to delve deeper about this connection, and then they will start stalking you on Facebook. I don't want to use the word stalking. You will start being curious as to why they are not thinking about them anymore, because they have been feeling you so intensely all the while, and suddenly they don't feel you anymore. And this is when their journey begins of searching what this divine love is about. And during this phase, they will start experiencing hot flushes, moments of deja vu. They will start remembering past lives with you. They will start missing you. They will start loving you. But however, they are not going to communicate this with you, because they want to figure out, why is this love so pure? So it can take up to 6 months, 2 years, this hot and cold phase. But that's why you have to detach. Like, okay, example, you send your DM a message, just leave it. In fact, what you can do is delete the message and pretend that you never sent it at all. Because often when you send them an extremely long message, they just go into a panic mode. They just feel, oh my goodness, what's happening? What should I do? What should I do? And it's very stressful. Just imagine if it was a normal relationship, it's very easy to just reject the person and move on. In twin flame relationships, that doesn't happen, because the connection is so strong. You're one soul, occupying two different bodies. So that magnetism is always going to be there. And that is the reason why the divine masculines actually have it harder, because they are confused. They aren't able to talk to anyone about this true love, because they'll be laughed at. Like when girls talk about true love, I found the one, we are encouraged in our sisterhood, like women encourage one another. Men will just laugh. They'll be like, are you doped? Are you in drugs or something? Like, why is it? And in fact, if he discusses this with his male friends, they are highly unlikely to set him up with other women so that he will forget about his twin. So what the DM needs is time and space in his cave. Just like how men are from Mars and women are from Venus, metaphorically, that book, and some of you may have read the book, there is this concept called men caving in. So in twin flame journeys, when the DM actually caves in, it is a sign that they are actually deliberating on this relationship, and you need to give them the time and space to figure this out on their own. Even for DFs, you have to figure this on your own. If you keep trying to read on the internet for symptoms and all, every journey is unique. Like for me, when I started on my twin flame journey, I made a vow to myself not to believe what I read on the internet, because I know this journey is unique to me and my divine masculine. And true enough, my only connection was to God. You just pray to God for guidance. And of course, when you get psychics to help you, that's more of assistance. Your truth is the utmost truth. And you would always feel this, like just a few days, if you stop thinking about your DM, you will actually feel like your DM's energy is coming to you. So it's all about the frequency. So going back to what they're going through, they go through weight weight loss, extreme weight loss. They start going to the gym. They start becoming workaholics. They try to do everything so that they can stop thinking about you, because you are on their mind all the time. And and then the whole suspicion comes in. Divine feminine starts suspecting that he's talking to other girls. Sometimes they do try to talk to other girls so as to differentiate the connection they feel with you, and you may pick on that due to telepathy, and then your panic mode causes panic mode to him, and then he would start rescinding even further. And that is why they start blocking you on their social media and phones, because they know that you're affected. And you have to understand that even though twin flames are meant to be together eventually, they are also in separate bodies right now, and they have their freedom of choice. So if they are going to talk to somebody, they can talk to somebody, and sometimes you have to allow that to happen so that they can come back to you. And it's very hard, especially when you have this hunch he's talking to somebody else, but you have to let go and you have to trust in this love. You see, often doubt, fear, and insecurity is what causes the separation phase to go on for a longer period of time. And the worst would be misunderstanding. You see, like Romeo and Juliet, they died because there was a misunderstanding. All this divine twin flame love ends up in tragedy because of 3D density. But now that is changing. Everything that happened was before 2000, and now we have entered the age. It's a different age, it's a different time, and everything is different. And so you may feel this frequency wise, that you're able to detach. And that's why your spiritual progress is very vital in this twin flame journey. So if you go on obsessing over your twin, your DM, then they are going to push you further, and they are going to date other people. But you have to understand that the dating other people is so that they can compare this love. They need some kind of a yardstick. You see, men work like that. It's always about competition. Whereas women are different. You see, the moment you meet your twin flame, no other guy matters. In fact, you just want to wait for him and be with him. That's how strong the twin flame love is. So this is how the DM and the DF experience their phase of separation differently. So the hard truth is, yes, they may message someone else, but at the same time, they are only doing this because they want to differentiate how they feel. But often that relationship doesn't work out, so they end up being single, and they start figuring out what is it that they are going through with their twin flame. So having said that, I'm going to talk about the physical symptoms divine masculines experience. They actually go through extreme weight changes, and they also become workaholics. They start sleeping lesser, and they also stop talking to their family and friends. So you may think that they're not replying to their message, but they're actually not replying to anybody's message. Hi Lorena, I'm good. How are you? This topic is really intense. Yeah, so there's so much to discuss. So they like my DM, there were times where he was not even talking to his own family and all, because they're just trying to figure out what is it that they are experiencing and feeling. So when my DM told me that, I've never experienced this kind of unconditional love before, I was confused, because my whole life it's been about unconditional love. And he said, even my own family members are not this loving to me. You see, these are little clues. But when you are thinking of this from a 3D perspective, you think that they are pushing you away. They aren't. They just need time to understand this love. And they become workaholics. And you may think that they are reconnecting with their exes. Yeah, they're trying to complete their cycle with their karmics and their exes and all that, so that they can be brand new for you. That's why the waiting phase is an important phase. Best things comes to those who wait. Hi Amy, good to see you. Oh, I'm so glad you are here. So please ask me any questions, or please do share your experiences of what your DM has been doing, and I would love to provide advice for you on that as well. And then the DMs actually go through a spiritual crisis as well, the dark night of the soul. And the dark night of the soul is the worst, especially when they have no support system. So it's just them and God. It's DM facing God. And some of them might even be atheists. But interesting thing is, it somehow makes them connect to God, because that's the only way. The only way out of this is to connect to the divine. So I'm going to answer Henry's question. I think when you talk about women and men, it is more like the energies, right? Because I'm the feminine energy, my twin is a guy. I have seen couples where the women was masculine and men was feminine energy. Okay, so in terms of energies, in twin flame relationship, there's a feminine energy and there's a masculine energy, and that's how they're split into two bodies, right? So the masculine energies, they act a certain way. Excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of water. And the feminine energies act differently. So I'm a divine feminine and my twin flame is a divine masculine. So you can see, but the thing is, you also have to understand we have the yin and yang inside of us. So as divine feminines, we are more divine feminine and then they are more divine masculine. So this is more of an energy. We are talking in terms of energy. So the divine masculine phases all of that. And it is very confusing, terrifying. And then they start thinking about all their past loves and all their past experiences, and that's when they will say things like, I've never fallen in love with anyone before. To me, love doesn't work. They will say stuff like this, but you have to really focus on what they're truly telling you. When they say that I've never been in love with anyone before, they're obviously telling you that they are in love with you, and that's the reason why all the other loves that they thought they had in the past don't make sense anymore. And the divine masculine energy is just like that. They are designed to be the protector. They are designed to be there to protect the divine feminine. So their energy has always been about protecting her, not hurting her feelings. But then they end up hurting her feelings because the divine feminine is viewing it from a 3D perspective. So in the first phase, what they believe is that I should stay away from my divine feminine because I do not want to hurt them. So they think that running away is the best option, because when they run away, they feel like, okay, now my divine feminine can live a whole life. Hi Lisa, so good to see you. Hi Nicole. When they do come back, how are we supposed to respond? When they do come back, just respond with unconditional love. Don't overdo it. Play it cool. Don't overwhelm them. But don't be angry at them either, because understand they have been going through a lot, just like you, the dark night of the soul and all of that. Yes, Nicole, I do agree. Like, I don't want to show it's okay to be treated like breadcrumbs. That's why you have to talk about respect as well. It's an important conversation because you're trying to get all the higher dimension energies down below. So what you tell them is, you have to tell them, like, I feel your actions have been disrespectful towards me. And I understand that that wasn't your intention. But however, I would like you to be more respectful of my thoughts and feelings. I understand if you don't reply to my messages or you don't give me the attention that I believe that I deserve. But however, I also believe that respect is vital between the two of us. You say something like that. If you were to be saying, if you would angrily tell him that don't treat me like breadcrumbs, he's going to rescind, he's going to go into his cave further. How does the DF know when the DM awakens? You will know when the DM awakens. Energetically, you will feel the shift. It's very obvious, and their behavior, everything just changes. Firstly, they'll be they will be, you see, they've always been respectful. You have to understand that the DM has always been respectful. It's just that they are not able to show how much they value and respect you. So then they will start tuning in with you. They will actually listen to what you say, and like the advice you give them in their work life, or you just tell them anything, they will actually do it. And that's when you know the DM awakens. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sylvia. So while DM is not speaking to anyone, that is then awakening. You see, every awakening phase is different. So when they're not speaking to anyone, they are actually focusing on their spiritual growth. So they will go through many phases of the dark night of the soul. Some of them may deny it. So the more they run away from spiritual evolution, the longer it's going to take. So that is the reason why if you give them space and time, they will actually have the comfort to wake up quicker. You guys are welcome. Is it also possible that they compare us with other girls because they like their mind? Like I explained, they compare other girls so that they understand what this true twin flame relationship is. So they might be talking to another girl and then they might feel, oh, this is different to what I experienced with my divine feminine. Why do they run back to the karmic after saying they have never experienced love like this before? Because they have to complete a cycle with their karmic, so they run back and then they try to wrap up unfinished knots, and that's how they actually, that's the reason why they go back. But from a very 3D perspective, if a divine feminine is suspicious and questions that, that is the reason why a 3D feminine is actually affected by that action. From a higher perspective, we'll understand that he's actually going back to his karmic to actually complete the cycle so that he can come back to you all renewed and free from attachments and bound and all the bonds. Yeah. When we send healing to them, does this help them wake up? You see, if you send them healing from the ninth dimension, yes, it does help. Anything lower than that repulses them and makes them feel like you are always on their head. So you have to be very careful. You should only send healing from the highest dimensions, and that is a skill to be acquired as well. Yes, the self-worth issues as well, because it's easy with the karmic and the soulmate. There's not much complications. With a twin flame love, it's like facing yourself in another body. It's extremely scary. Just imagine, especially for the divine masculine, all this while they have been going out with so many different girls, and all of that love has been like, oh, I date, I don't like them, I say I'm not interested. But with the twin flame love, they try to say they are not interested at the earliest phase so as to not even experience it, because they are so afraid of true love, extremely afraid of the true love. Okay, so the ninth dimension is where all the galactic missions and things like that are discussed and planned, and that's why the energies are very pure there and there's nothing affected, and that's the ninth dimension. Maybe next week I'll talk more about the ninth dimension. And so and that's the reason why, as healers, when we send twin flame healing, we actually send it from higher dimensions. So that is the reason why the healing doesn't intrude into their spiritual progress. It only assists them. Yeah, and so all of us offer twin flame healings, so you can always check that out as well. Couple healing, I think I did one last month for full moon. I've got a few Mintakan healing rituals as well, so that healing is from ninth to 12th dimension, and it has really helped a lot of twin flames and couples. In fact, I get really good reviews about my Mintakan twin flame healing ritual. Yes. So your question, my self-worth or theirs, you have to understand a twin flame relationship is a mirror relationship, right? So it's the both of you. So you're reflecting back one another with the self worth. So the energetic shift, it can't be described in words. You just know it. You just know it. It's like all this while you would have felt your twin trying to avoid you or pulling away from you, and suddenly you'll be like, your twin is just with you in 3D in all dimensions. You will no longer feel any doubt or feel any need of acknowledgement or anything. You would just, and that's when union happens. It happens very quickly. You may think that the separation phase is years, but union is like in a minute. It's just about one energetic shift and they are with you. But you will also feel the energetic shift through you when you have spiritually evolved and you are no longer relying on the need to be in union or is validation. You know that you have been enlightened and evolved, and that's when energetically you're both prepared for union. You're most welcome, Ro. Yes. Guys, keep coming on with the questions. I'll be happy to answer, or I'll just keep going on with this discourse on how the divine masculine feels. It is actually very, very difficult. If you really connect into how they are feeling, you would be in tears because they go through so much. These divine masculines actually spend time crying, because they feel so hurting their divine feminine. And I'm sharing this from experience. When I connect to my divine masculine's past thoughts, I feel so sad that I chose not to see why he was acting the way he was acting, because whatever he did was out of unconditional love, and he did it because he just didn't want to hurt me. He was just protecting me in what he knew, how he knew. So that's what they are doing right now. They just don't want to hurt you when they are not ready. It's like forcing a larva, the whole butterfly phase, to become a butterfly. So that's what you're doing. When you push them to come into union with you, you are trying to make them a butterfly when they are just in the pupa stage. So you have to give them time to to figure things out in their cocoon. You can't forcibly remove them from their cocoon and expect them to fly. Would you want that to happen to you? If you were a divine masculine and your divine feminine was trying to force you into union, and if you are getting upset and angry over them for every single action of theirs, I know it's disrespectful when they block, but you can actually tell them, please don't block me, or I understand if you don't reply to my messages. Sometimes I just feel like talking to you, and that's why I send you the message. And if you don't open them up and see, it doesn't matter to me too. You can say things like that, and I assure you, your twin will never block you if you ever say that. They only block divine feminines when the energies are overwhelming and they just can't do it. They just want to get you out of their head, not because they don't love you, because they are not ready to actually face the truth. Henry, so true. I recently did a 3D channel message from my twin via Vaishnavi. Really recommend it. I could see all the worries and also all the intense love. When I read that, I even think the DM loves the DF. Yes, I agree with that. The DM actually loves the DF even more, and you will never understand that. Yeah. And and a lot of my clients have had their 3D channel messages, and it has really benefited them. Sometimes it just takes me time to do these reports because I need to get permission from their higher self to go to their 3D self, and it's like reading their mind. So I have to do it carefully. If not, they are just going to feel like their privacy is intruded. So yes. Oh, once the energy shift takes place, union is as quick as a minute. It's very fast. Union is very fast, but the energetic shift has to take place though, both sides. Yes, Amber, some days does feel like a roller coaster of emotions because there's a lot of catharsis taking place. There's a lot of mirroring going on there, and that's why you're feeling so many emotions. It's usually past life issues being released, all of that no longer serves you, and these are all the roller coaster emotions that you feel. And some days it's all calm. actually it is your own thing. So actually when you're triggered by someone, it's actually you. It's things that you haven't recognized. That's why when you go and ask the other person, why do you feel I feel triggered by it, you will be like, I don't even know what you're talking about, because trigger happens because of you. And trigger can happen quite, yeah, anybody can be triggered by anyone. And often, on a general note, like a trigger can happen when someone is jealous of someone. And then, so anyway, back to twin flame love. When one is triggered, they're actually they're actually going through a phase of catharsis, and all of that no longer serves them comes out. Yeah, so I hope I've answered your question, Amber. And Lisa, I hope I've answered your question too. So, and in fact, the energy shift takes place. You will actually know, one of the key indicators is you won't think about how long it is to union. And that's when you stop thinking about the timeline, you know that energetically both of you have shifted. Amy, mine numbs his heart and said this past month he just felt like crying when it started to open. You see, this is what I'm telling you. DMs actually cry more than DFs. DFs are actually stronger. DMs are actually not as strong as you think they are. Thank you so much, Shay. Yes, her 3D report is amazing. I'm so grateful that I'm able to help you guys. A little bit I can do. Ro, I have been blocked before and I discussed it and the block was removed. DM admitted to trying to get me out of the brain. You see, this is what exactly I've been sharing. So thank you so much, Ro, for that comment. Because that is the truth. And once you tell them, they won't block you anymore because they know how much it hurts you. I'm actually very thankful. Mine tells me not to hold back my thoughts. He has to observe. He has to absorb for a bit first sometimes. Yes, that is very true. Does feeling the DM sending intense, like, yes, that is a sign as well. How many times does this cycle happen? It can happen many times. There is no number for the cycles. Lorena, my TF is all of a sudden looking me up and liking my pictures. How do I know if he's ready when he comes back? Going through all this again scares me. This is the phase. You're going to take it easy and just be cool. Let him come to you. He's already liking your pictures, so just play it cool. Like, be like a boss. Be cool and composed. Amy, yes, that's why I have to focus on me. I know it's me issue and not, yes, it's always an issue from within. Like everything, if you are feeling suspicious about your twin flame, it's probably due to past experiences with other partners. That's why you're feeling that. It could be a trigger because you were cheated on by your ex-boyfriend, and then you think your DM will never do that, will never do anything to hurt you. If they commit to you, that's it. And that's why the commitment takes a while. Yeah, and that's why please focus on yourself. Everything you feel, the anger, the emotions, actually from you. It's not from them. Of course, they are hurting too, but it's very healthy. Actually, the twin flame relationship is a very healthy relationship. It's just that when you guys put it through a 3D lens, it becomes completely haywire. Linda, mine finally unblocked me on Instagram after 10 months. He unblocked me in November. He hasn't reached out, but I know he's probably looking. Yes, he is looking, and just give it time. He will reach out. If not, he wouldn't even unblock you in the first place. Yes, Nicole, he always apologizes, and when he goes distant and comes back, I always meet him with a complete understanding. He's still very 3D. I don't want to give him the idea that yes, that's why you have to keep telling him. But tell him all of this out of unconditional love. Tell him that you understand. But however, as a woman, as an individual, as a human being, you do deserve the respect that you deserve. And he will definitely change his ways. It's all about talking to them from a higher dimension with so much love and compassion, energetically, not something that you can fake. Linda still has blocked me on Facebook. It's weird. Give it some time. Things will change energetically. Let go of that block, detach yourself. Jessica, when my DM texts me, even in separation, I feel scared to reply him because is that wrong? Yes, of course, because you're going so much energetically, so much beyond the 3D, So it is, it is scary to reply to him back, and that's why you have to take it easy and you have to be very relaxed and give yourself some time. You don't have to reply to them immediately too, because this relationship is highly matured. It's so divine and spiritual, so it is normal to feel scared. Rachel, I've been on an emotional roller coaster the past 2 days, and I know you told me there's a lot of unlocking on the DNA level. I'm hoping that my TF feels what I feel right now, so that Of course, he does feel what you feel, but he also needs time for the DNA upgrades to go into his 3D body. So, yes, you are not alone in this. Your DM love is eternal. Your DM always loves you. There is no separation at all. Separation is illusion, separation is 3D. You're welcome, Linda. So, separation is actually 3D. There is no separation in twin flame love. You're always together. That's why in my previous videos I talk about your DM's higher self visiting you. It's actually true. It's not your imagination. They are visiting you. All that you feel at night, them hugging you and kissing you to sleep, it's all true. It's their higher self. Just like how your higher self is with them, giving them unconditional love always. It's a multi-dimensional love relationship, this twin flame journey. And one thing is, it just strengthens your connection with God. So anything, just connect to God. And as psychics, we are here to always assist, but it's always about finding your own truth, your own connection, and feeling secure about it. You're most welcome. I'm going to go on for another 10 more minutes. I'll take in a few more questions and then we can continue this topic next week so that you guys have time to think about all of this. Or I can go on a different topic. And if you guys want a paid consult, do check out my services on my file, which I have posted, and also my website. At the moment, I only accept payments through PayPal and bank transfers for Singapore and Australia only. So yes, anything, just DM me if you want to. So if your reports take longer, it's because I need more time channeling, because always there's new information and I want to give you guys the best report, and that's why the quality of my reports never decrease due to time. So I may take longer, but you will get the best advice and report. I take pride in that. Ro, how do I respond to my DM saying he's giving up on his fantasy in me in order to be good? Just tell him that you're okay with any decision he makes, and you will always support him because your love is unconditional. And if you say that, his heart will melt and he will choose you. It's all about the words you use. Always be aware of what you tell your DM, and also energetically, because they feel you energetically. It's not like other relationship where you can say a bunch of bullshit and that guy will believe you. This is a DM relationship. You can't lie to them. They can't lie to you. We can see through each other's truths and lies. So that's why always take the highest steed and tell them that your love is unconditional. And when I say unconditional, it is unconditional. It is regardless of whether they go to their karmic or they date someone else. Love is unconditional and freedom is unconditional too. And the moment you detach, that's when the magic happens. So I felt the need to text hey to my DM and he didn't respond. I just set myself back 1,000 years. No, you didn't. Just give them some time and don't expect a reply. You see, if you are going to be dwelling on this, then it's going to send you back 1,000 years. But if you detach, delete that message, forget that you even sent it to him. That's something that I recommend my divine feminines to do. Once you send a message, just delete it and forget that you even sent it. If he replies back, good. If he doesn't reply, just talk to him in person. You see, believing in God, everybody has their own connection with the divine. So it's not about they have to believe in God. It's about how they connect to their own soul on a divine level. So it doesn't matter. So it doesn't have to be like they have to take up a religion or something. It's about their relationship with the universe, with the divine. Yes, that's really good. Said, I don't mind being friends just to be there. It's perfect. What you said is perfect. It's going to stir up and energetically things are going to rearrange itself and everything will be fine. When does the Kundalini occur? Does during union? The Kundalini ascension happens towards the end. And when you actually have your Kundalini, that means from the root chakra, the metaphorical serpent travels to your crown chakra. That's when inner union happens within you, and that happens to your divine masculine as well, and then there's a union both ways. So it's actually timed during union. So when you have that kundalini ascension, you actually know that you are going to unite with your DM. Yes, any more question, guys? It's crazy how you can feel it. Yes, yes, yes. You see them as a hologram. You see them all the time. They are just with you. And that's why all this social media stalking is completely unnecessary. When you can remote view them, why would you actually stalk them on social media? It's highly distracting. And people only share fake stuff on social media because they are trying to portray a certain image of them. Who genuinely shares what they're truly going through? Especially those social media instagrammers and all that, some of them talk about how much they go through phases of depression and stuff. Do they post it online? Some are coming up, but no one tells the truth. So don't look at your DM social media. It's only distracting, and it's only going to make you feel more stressed. So sometimes it's a good thing when the DM blocks you, because it actually gives you relief, because you don't know what's happening on their end. So it's good. Everything that happens in a twin flame relationship is for the higher good. You have to trust in that. You have to trust in the divine, and you have to keep connecting to God and guidance. And that's why we have such an amazing support group here. Free twin flame readings has built such a wonderful, I really enjoy how you guys support one another, and I'm so proud of so many of y'all on the progress you guys have made. And yes, please do reread my reports to you guys, because with different awareness you would see things differently, and the message will read to you differently as well. So keep rereading it as well. Thank you, Amy. I'm so glad you appreciate my report. And yes, you got to reread it because my kids were taking the whole time. Yes, of course, you have to give time to your kids too. Oh, thank you. Then that's good, Lisa. He doesn't put, so he's looking at you. Yes, I'm not saying everyone, but people who are struggling usually don't do, like, I do genuine content on social media. I like when I go jogging, I post because I'm really jogging. So but there are some who only share the best stuff about their life. They don't share everything. So Henry, I'm so proud of you that you only share genuine content, very open there. And I try to inspire. Yes, because it's about inspiring people, and not all good stuff inspires people. Sometimes sharing the negative inspires people too, because they know that we are all human in this human body, and we all have our ups and downs. Yes, DMs tend to be super private after meeting their divine feminines, because they don't want you to be triggered, because they know that you get triggered. So sometimes they might even lie about having a girlfriend or whatever, just to push you away, but they don't know they're doing more harm to your heart. Half the time they are bluffing when they say that, oh, I'm going back to my karmic, or I have a girlfriend, or I'm going on a date. It's actually bullshit, and you know that too. Energetically you feel that they are bluffing you. Actually, just think about it. Which guy would advertise, I'm going on a date to someone who he's romantically connected to? They would do it secretively. So you got your answer there. So I hope you guys had a good discussion today. I'm so happy that this discussion went really well, and I was able to share with you how your divine masculine feels. It's actually really sad if you just connect to their heart from the ninth dimension onwards. That's why a ninth dimension report or a 3D report is good as well, because it actually tells you how they truly feel, especially the 3D reports, because you'll be surprised when you hear things like they really love you and miss you, and something that you feel like you never hear, because it's all in their mind, and then they'll pretend like they don't when they see you. So yeah, that's why all the dimension reports are great. That's why my clients take different dimension reports in different phases. Like one of my clients, she's very close to union, and she just took her ninth D report. So, and then another client took a 8D report just to know about the soul blueprint and how, both of them are. So it's really cool. And I'm always happy to make a customized report for you guys too. So you just have to tell me what you want specifically, and then I can advise you on the prices, etc. Amber, sometimes I feel like he's going to communicate, and then the next day I feel like he's far away. In the beginning, when we stopped communicating, every day seemed long, but now I don't really think about how long it's been and don't really think about texting him. So I feel like I'll be so caught off guard when yes, of course, you're detaching, and that's so good. This is how you know that there's an energy shift taking place. Oh, Henry, I'm so glad you are reading the 3D report every day. That's so good. Just use that as a use that as a medium to connect with your person, because that is what helps. See, in any love connection, it is like that. The love that you give someone unconditionally is always returned back to you. And my grandma always say this: when you think about someone, they are thinking about you too, and that's why you even think about them in the first place. And my grandmother had her own love story, with my grandfather, and that's how we were all born. So so the divine feminine and divine masculine journeys may be different in their own ways, but one thing about the twin flame journey is it's the best kind of love there is ever is. Yes, Jackie, I'm working on it. I'll give it to you soon. Oh, I'm so glad that you read it all the time. Yeah, and Jackie, sometimes it's about I channel a few days as well, because sometimes I'll be connecting and then they will interrupt me and then I'll have to go revisit another day. Oh, thanks, Amber. Thank you so much for your kind words. I really, really put in a lot of effort. I actually spent a lot of hours channeling. In fact, I channel much more and I pick up the best information to write as a report, because I don't believe in giving a rushed report. And like I say, all my reports are 100% original. And yeah, so it is time consuming, but that's how it should be, right? Guidance should be authentic. That's okay. Yeah. No, that's all right, Jackie. Like, yeah. So, yeah, do check out my services. Do check out my other colleagues' services too. Like Rupali has a promotion going on. My current promotions are my soul reports. My mini soul report is down from 75 to 50, and the bigger one is down from 150 to 95. I have a space clear. Okay, something I newly introduced is space clearing. Just think about the space. If you need a space clearing, contact me too, because sometimes there might be things that may be in the environment that might be affecting you. So a space clearing is good. I have had clients doing that as well in the past. I've been doing space clearing for over 10 years. Yeah, and it's really good. Like, some of my clients request to clear their offices and all that. So that's cool, because work environment, you meet so many different people. So just cleansing your cubicle or your room, might be helpful as well. Um the bigger soul report includes a brief of your soul mission. But if you want to go into in depth about your soul mission, then you could get the 9D report, which actually focuses on what your soul missions are. So it does touch on the full soul report, does touch on soul missions. Yeah. And yes, all of our readers are having promotions as well, so do check out the album. So what else do I have? Oh, I have got the Mintakan ritualistic healing, some sexual. So that has been quite a hit as well, like clearing old energies of past lovers. So that has been beneficial because you do feel reborn and renew. I actually use a variety of cleansing and healing techniques. I have an ancestral gift as well. to actually cleanse you of your old lovers' energies. So that is beneficial because then you will feel new, then, and all those energies of past lovers won't be affecting you so much. The couples ritualistic healing, but all this healing takes about a month. So it's a long process, and that's why it's priced at that rate as well. So some are 21 days, some are 31 days, some may take longer because I try not to overdo it. I don't want to send you too much healing in a day, so I tend to. So it's case by case basis, so you can always contact me to seek advice. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Lisa, you may want to check that out. I actually created my own. I used to have a website and then I took it down because I took a break from readings for a couple of months. So I actually recreated my website again. So do check that out. It's in the link. Do you have a link? Yes, I have a link. So you can actually go to my file or you can go to my website. Again, I only accept payments through PayPal or bank transfers, Singapore, Australia banks only. No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just for you to. Why would you want to cleanse your DM out? I'm talking about past lovers. But if you want to cleanse your DM out, also you can always do it. But the bond with a divine masculine, divine feminine relationship is always one. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong. It's all your choice. This is a free will universe, guys. So anything that you do with the highest, purest intentions would always return highest, pure, everything. Everything is pure. So I'm going to hang in there for another few more minutes if you have any questions. Just looking. Just looking at my messages from MJ. Yes. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know you're just, and it's a good question that you raised. Oh, thank you so much. I'm always happy to. I always believe in doing the best healing and the best reports. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Yeah. I actually spent a lot more time, yeah, on your reports than you guys will ever know, and channeling as well. I hope today is a good session. It's Sunday and it's going to be 10 a.m. here. And it's probably Saturday for a lot of you. Those of my clients in Australia and New Zealand, it's midday, I believe. And in the US, it's nighttime. So have a great weekend, guys. And please, I will try to open up. Okay, there is a thread in there where you can tell me what topics. In fact, this topic was suggested by one of you, and that's why I opened up on this topic. If you guys want me to talk more about what the divine masculine goes through, I'll be happy to. I can also discuss other things as well. So always do write out a post on what topics you want me to, and I will see you guys next week. And if you have any questions about my paid services, feel free to DM me as well, and do check out all our services. And have a blessed, amazing 2022. I hope your new year is going great, because energetically this year is a year of manifestation. So please focus on your thoughts and be careful on what you wish for. Don't dwell on the negative too much. Just be patient. Everything is happening in divine timing. Thank you, Bharati. So nice to see you here. And thank you. Oh, I'm so happy that you're resonating with my energy and advice. Thank you so much. And Amy, I need that. I work with the public. Yes. Yes. I work with the public too. I know that. I cleanse my space like all the time. In fact, my room smells of candles and sage. I sage and then candles, and then I do a I do Agashik records clearing as well to maintain the integrity of the environment. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support. I'm always here for you. So if you need anything, please feel free to contact me or email me. You can always email me through my website as well. There's an option. You can always contact me through this group as well. And enjoy, guys. Oh, thank you so much. You're most welcome. So I'm going to end this live in another 40 seconds, then it'll be 60 minutes. And 6 is a really good number this year. So 6 is a super manifestation number for 2022. So yes, if you guys are interested in a numerology report, check it out too. A relationship. And I have also a sexual numerology compatibility report. That's on promotion as well. So these are the 3 promotions I'm holding: the numerology reports, the soul reports, and the healing reports as well. I might introduce something new in the next few weeks. So check out my space, check out my website as well. All right. Have a fantabulous weekend. Take care. Love you all. And see you all soon. Bye bye.